Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto IO, the place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, just so you don't have to. My name is Not Important, and I'm your host. Let's do it. Dormant pre-mine Ethereum worth $116 million resurrects after 18 years. Right. Next. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. vows to back U.S. dollar with Bitcoin if elected president. I don't know, man. I don't trust any politician. I don't know how I feel about Kennedy just yet. He is saying a lot of good things, but don't they all? There's another point in my head that thinks that with him making this statement, he could potentially have just put a nail in the coffin for his political career. You got to remember, guys, these are people that are running for presidents, for running into presidential candidate, or people who are presidential candidates are only one person. The entire government body is not one person. And if you think that one person decides and handles everything, you are a fool. There's a lot of other people involved that want things to go certain ways, and I believe that they have more power than just the president himself. With that being said, I believe there is a strong amount of people that don't want this to happen. With that being said, they'll probably try and keep Kennedy from becoming president now because of statements like this. Can't be too radical like that, in my opinion, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm rambling. Onto the market. Current market cap, guys, sitting right now at 1.2 trillion. Let me refresh this just to be safe. 1.2 trillion. Bitcoin dominates 48.4, still slightly ticking down, and 19.1% for ETH. And Gwei finally calming down. 16 Gwei will get you ETH transaction. Fear and greed index has ticked down just a little bit from yesterday. We were at 55, still sitting around neutral. Kind of still just sideways, guys, for the last couple of days. XRP had a pump yesterday. A movement, a pump, I don't know. We will talk about that here shortly. And again, not too much going on. I think everybody's just waiting. Excuse me. I think everyone's just kind of waiting to see how the dust is going to settle with this XRP thing from last week, as well as everybody's just a little shaky. You know, we're waiting for that next black swan movement to probably take us down lower or whatever. I think people are just being cautious. Stellar, 6.26% on the day. Uni is down. Yeah, not like I said, guys. Sideways action. BitDAO, 8% up, 20 on the week. Just sideways with a little bit of movements here and there from certain coins. Synthetics, 6% up on the day. Just blowing through the top 100, y'all. Give me just a second. Nothing too exciting. 1 inch down, 8.76. Yep, that's it, guys. All right, on to Bitcoin. Nothing new. Sort of. This little guy right here. This is a little concerning. Bitcoin on the 4 hour right now. This is what we broke out of that strength level of 30,000 to 29.8. With these candles closing below this, it is a little concerning that we might go lower. We wicked down to about 29.5, which is the lowest we've wicked since we've been in this sideways movement. And that matches up damn near perfectly. So we'll see what happens. Again, guys, what I've always said is if we lose this 29.8, this 30,000 level, keep your eye out for that 29.3. 29.3, and then 28.9. This is where we had that last little bull flag pop. Just watch these levels. With this movement right here, there's potential that we can go screaming straight down to the floor again. I would just watch for these levels to hold. Hopefully somewhere will grab us. Hopefully one of these levels will catch us, I should say. on the way down. But yeah, Bitcoin, again, guys, we're just waiting for something to happen. We are definitely in a bit of a downtrend over the last couple days, which, you know, it's nothing new, but it is going a little bit faster, a little bit lower than I'm comfortable with. Downtrend there. Small downtrend there. But this is what it's been doing. Now, the only thing that's giving me a little bit of bullish hopium, we've got a green dot right here on market cipher that signifies a potential bottom that maybe we'll get a bounce and continue moving, but we've got them right here. But this little guy down here is a little bit more bullish. Money flow taking back up just a little bit too. I'm trying to see if I'm really looking for anything, guys, to show any kind of signs of any different movement, and I'm just not seeing a ton personally. But again, this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm even a terrible trader, so don't listen to me. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Outside of that, let's look at XRP one last time before we move on to the news, and this is what played out yesterday. Yesterday I showed you guys this potential pattern of a flag and a breakout. It was literally starting to break out while I was making the video, so hopefully if you guys got in on this, you made some money. We made a small pump of about, I think it was like right around 10% before it pulled back. Yeah, 9.66% before we pulled back. Not bad. Let's see what happens right here. See if this becomes a support level. Potentially set up for another small flag. Something like that. But even after the pump, man, XRP seems to be holding pretty strong, which is good. I'm not mad at that at all. You know, moving up as fast as it did, like, I'm actually curious now what percentage we moved. I mean, that's a 100% run in a day. And we seem to be holding pretty well. From that to where we're at right now. Yeah, 67%. Cannot be mad about that. Like I said, and it's holding, so that's good news. But that's all I got for the charts, guys. Kind of boring right now, and I apologize. So, on to the news. Dormant pre-mined. Ethereum worth $116 million resurrects after 8 years. During the pre-mine period, the 61,216 ETH was worth roughly 20 million, but 8 years later, it's worth more than 116 million. I'm not awake yet, guys. I apologize. A wallet address containing pre-mined Ethereum worth 160 million moved its entire stash of 61,216 ETH to an address on the Kraken crypto exchange after being dormant for 8 years. In June of 2014, the Ethereum ecosystem conducted a sale event allowing early team members and co-founders to participate and accumulate pre-mined ETH when the network could not generate tokens on its own. During the pre-mine period, ETH traded at $300 to $400, placing the wallet's worth at roughly $20 million. However, 8 years later, the tokens are worth more than $116 million at the time of writing. Whale alert showing you that's what's going on. Etherscan data confirms that the pre-mined 61,216 ETH were transferred to a Kraken wallet address on July 18th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Sending 116 million in ETH required a minuscule transaction fee of $1.5 and 25.4756736161 Gwei, a gas price as shown in the below screenshot. While the identity of the wallet owner remains unknown, it showcases the importance of hodling, an investment strategy that prioritizes. We know how to hodl, y'all. If you don't know how to hodl, where have you been? Where have you been? Blah, blah, blah. Screenshot above shows that the owner of the 60. This is a boring ass article. I'm sorry. Why don't they just say the owner of the ETH? Like, why do they have to keep putting the exact number? I don't want to read it anymore. Took a cautious approach to ensure no lost funds due to human error before commencing the whale transaction by sending a test transaction of 0.05 ETH to the Kraken address. By the way, if you're ever bounced between like a ledger, exchanges, etc., take your time. I always recommend sending a test transaction. On July 18th, at the Ethereum Community Conference event in Paris, Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin shared some challenges in implementing a new feature on the blockchain. According to Buterin, account abstraction extensions, generally called paymasters, can allow users to pay their fees with whatever coins that they are transferring, along with the potential benefit of account abstraction for users. Buterin also recognized that developers still need to overcome challenges such as requiring an Ethereum improvement proposal, to upgrade current Ethereum externally owned accounts, normal user accounts into smart contracts, and ensuring the protocol works similarly in a layer 2 solutions. I need to wake up. Holy crap. Yeah, big nothing burger, guys. Sorry about that. There's just not a lot going on right now, y'all. The space has gotten boring again after XRP. And I mean, how can you blame it? That was big news. Just not a lot going on. I apologize. These articles are really boring. And last but not least, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. vows to back the U.S. dollar with Bitcoin if elected president. Kennedy says he would use Bitcoin to stabilize the U.S. dollar as well as make Bitcoin profits exempt from capital gains tax. That would be fan-fucking-tastic. Democratic presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has promised to progressively back the United States dollar with Bitcoin if he's elected president. That's going to be way harder than it sounds, though. This is the thing I hate about politics. This sounds beautiful. This sounds awesome. We're all probably like, wahoo! How? How are you going to do that? This isn't going to be as easy as it sounds. And there's going to be a lot of people fighting it that are on the inside. Something to think about. Politicians, man. Anyways, moving on. Speaking of July 19th, Heal the Divide PAC event, Kennedy claimed that backing the US dollar with what he called hard currency, including gold, silver, platinum, or Bitcoin, could help restabilize the American economy. Do we have enough gold, silver, platinum, and Bitcoin? That's another question as well. Backing the dollar and U.S. debt obligations with hard assets could help restore strength back to the dollar, rein in inflation, and usher in a new era of American financial stability, peace, and prosperity. Kennedy explained that the process would be gradual and that depending on the plan's success, he'd adjust the amount of backing for the dollar. My plan would be to start very, very small, perhaps 1% of issued T-bills would be backed by hard currency, by gold, silver, platinum, or Bitcoin, he said. Additionally, Kennedy declared he would make Bitcoin to U.S. dollar conversions exempt from capital gains taxes. In his view, the proposed exemption would spur investment and incentivize ventures to grow their business in the U.S. instead of other crypto-friendly jurisdictions such as Singapore or Switzerland. Kennedy's latest round of pro-Bitcoin comments come in the wake of his appearance at Miami's Bitcoin 2023 conference on May 19th, where he announced that he would accept political campaign donations in Bitcoin. I'm sure he will. Only on July 9th, investment disclosures found that Kennedy owned up to $250,000 worth of Bitcoin despite his previous statements where he denied having exposure to the asset. Kennedy is one of many presidential hopefuls to make sweeping crypto-based promises. On July 14th, Republican presidential candidate and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis promised to ban central bank digital currencies if elected president. If I am the president, one day we will nix central bank digital currencies. Done, dead, not happening in this country, DeSantis said. Well, we shall see. I mean, again, I'm not a huge fan of politicians, guys. And they seem to promise a lot, get in there, and not do much. Which is pretty much standard. But that's it, guys. There's not a lot going on. I've said that about a million times, and I apologize. But it's the truth. It's a boring day here on Boring Crypto.io. Bitcoin $30,000. That's where we're at. All right, that's all I've got for you guys today. I apologize for the short, boring video, but if you do enjoy the content I provide for you here every morning, Monday through Friday on Boring Crypto.io, please by all means subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for notifications, watch the videos, like the videos, share the videos on all your social platforms. Please, let's get to 100 subscribers. That'd be fantastic. Cool. And I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. I am out of here.